Welcome. I am Jackie Russell with the Crafty Haven, and today we're going to be doing a craft on a budget with my good friend Tristan Johnson. So we both have a crate box that we got from Dollar Tree, and we're going to be doing our own take on a 4th of July project. So I'm going to start by painting mine white, and Tristan's going to stain his with a dark walnut on several sides, and then he's going to paint on 2 of the other sides. So that's what we're going to do first. I'm just using plain apple barrel pink today.
Oh yeah, I forgot I gotta tape the sides of this. I think that's about enough. 3 strips.
And Tristan's just taping up the sides that he's gonna paint so he don't get stain on them. And I'm painting my whole box white. I'm using a 3/4 or 3/4 inch flat brush.
It's about 2 strips of this. Cover that up. To the other side.
All our stuff came from Dollar Tree except for the paint and my ribbon that I'll be using.
I'm having trouble with this tape.
You want scissors for it?
Nah, it's supposed to be easy tear, but it didn't turn out right. Okay, I'm good now.
It's never easy when you want it to be.
Alright, so both sides are taped, and now I will start staining with my gloves on.
Yes, anytime you guys stain, you want to make sure you have protection on your table. Wear old clothing, or make sure you have protection on your clothing, and wear gloves because it will stain. Sorry.
I like the smell of that stuff for some reason. Pretty sure it's highly flammable.
Probably.
I don't see no. Yeah, he's right there on the front. Okay.
He's going to be using a foam brush and a rag, and that's just to get the pieces covered. But the foam brush, because he has small crevices.
So you just dip it in there?
Mm-hmm.
Not too heavy, right?
Just a little
at
bit.
a time.
And then I rub it against the edge of the container.
Right?
Yep. I am one, I believe that you can always add. You can't take away. So I do everything in light passes, and we'll do multiple layers if I have to.
I ain't stained nothing since high school, so this is the first time in a long time. I like that color though.
That is a pretty color.
A little bit go a long way, like from lotion.
Yes.
Especially on these little bitty things. I mean, you gotta use a whole gob of stain. Just enough. And let's see.
Oops.
As long as they get on me, Okay, so get the inside. Oh,
It wouldn't be nothing if I don't have paint on me when I'm painting. Then I'm not crafting right if I don't have paint on me.
I'm totally the opposite.
Okay, now that I have my first layer of my white, I'm going to take a little...
The tape didn't work. It's okay. I don't know what I did. Tape came down or something. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. It could have been that. It just dripped down the side, but just a little bit.
Maybe we'll put blue there and it will help cover it up. I'm going to take a smaller paintbrush with the some black and go down the creases for some shiplap.
For some who?
Shiplap?
Oh, I didn't know what you said. I don't know. I thought it sounded like Chipotle or something. Okay. So yeah, so that one dip, I was able to get the whole top and the front. Still got some left over. Inside. So this is like Jackie said, this is a cheap craft. This is basically $5, a $5 project. That'll look like so much more when it's done. I'm just gonna go back a little.
So there's my lines. Just a cute little shiplap. And I'm going to do one more layer of white over it. Just a quick tip, remember don't leave your paintbrushes in your water. It will eat the glue and they'll come apart, ruin the bristles. Make sure you wash them right away.
I see people leave them in the water all the time though.
Yep, and if the water comes above the metal, it gets into the wood and it will expand your wood. And it will also ruin the glue that holds your bristles in. Thing is I tell them that all the time. Tell the guys that all the time. Make sure they wash them, and I leave it in. That's how I know from experience.
That fit right between there, perfect.
gonna let mine dry.
Some more dab. Dab.
And I just have plain water with a little bit of Murphy's soap in my cup to wash my brushes.
You need some tiny hands to go in here. The inside is tough. I think I lost my piece. This it, yeah. Must be that. To get these corners.
Did you mean do it?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get these corners.
Is this where you were dipping?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys if you can see. If you look inside, right here along this edge, the stain is not taking. And the reason for that is when they put this box together, there's glue there, and the glue won't take stain.
Oh.
Yep, that's what that is. Right there, and that is glue.
So even if you put stain on it, it won't go on top of it?
Nope, glue does not stain.
Whoa. Wow, I can't believe that. Is there something on there? Let me see. I'm just going to test this theory because it's interesting. I'm very interested in seeing if that's really the thing. I put too much though. It ain't gonna take. I can see it's kind of like, it's like when you try to put paint on plastic.
Yeah,
you know,
just rub right off.
Yeah. So that's true. Okay, I'm just gonna get the rest of this. And okay, the rest is good. So the whole inside is done. I just gotta do the back and the top, and we in business for the next part.
Did you do this one down here?
No, I still gotta do that part. I should have did the inside first. I didn't know it was gonna be this tedious. So you get this, start with the inside first, cause the outside is easy, very easy.
Right here on this lap.
Oh yeah, well I ain't even done. It's a little rough. Probably should have sanded a little bit of the rough ends.
That part it's gonna get covered.
All right, that's the part of no. What's going on?
Yeah, this part, the flag's going right there. You just want these inside. So
That's right, that's right.
you're good.
So that's gonna stay like that?
Yep, because it's going to get covered with the flag.
Well, what if you want to take the flag off?
Well, then stain it. It's
That's
going
what
to
I'm
get
saying.
covered.
Okay, so I'm gonna stain this real quick. Just a real quick brush. I'm not gonna take forever with this because it's actually a design going on the back of it. So I'm gonna give it a little, just to do it. And like I didn't have
It
to.
will actually just give it more of a finished look.
I didn't have to dip again because I had excess from the brush. So see how quick the outside is. Like I said, start the inside first. Not overtake that. Can you grab it?
I should be.
Just a dab.
So if you have spots that you don't want to stain or paint, use some painter's tape. We have green and we also use purple colors, and it will protect the pieces you don't want stained or painted. That is pretty, I like that.
That's the bag. Keep forgetting what the bag is. Okay. And so that is done. We're gonna go across bar, got a little excess. Anti done on all sides. So
Can you set it over there so I can?
yeah.
Thank you. So we're going to let these dry, and we're going to move on to other parts of the project.
Now we back.
So on the back of Tristan's crate, we're going to put the American flag. So I'm going to cut it to fit the back, which this crate is 6 by 4 inches, so I'm just going to cut it so it'll fit for that. And I just have my mat that already has numbers on it, and I'm using a straight edge with the X-Acto knife while he gets into some of those smaller crevices that we missed the first time.
Well, we had the tape and we pulled the tape off on the side, so then we saw it was a couple little spots here and there. Just take the rag, get the little spots.
Am I invading your space?
Mm-mm. Yeah, I suck at manual cutting, so that's why Jackie cutting this flag for me. So the flag is gonna mount on the back piece of this. The sides we had taped, the sides I had taped, they gonna actually be one side blue, one side red, just like the flag.
So there's our little piece of the flag that's going to go on the back. Let's see, I like that darker coming through. you can use the other pieces for whatever other craft you would like to do.
Like a peppermint. Like a peppermint. So to hold this flag in place on wood, and this is made of what material?
I don't know. It's maybe like a polyester-ish. I don't know. It's kind of a shiny, fabric-y. Not really just plain cotton.
We're gonna need some little scissors to trim the little thread in right here.
Okay.
Okay, so to glue it down on this piece of wood, what do we use?
So to glue it down, I would suggest using super glue and hot glue. The reason for that is the super glue takes a little longer to dry, so it'll give you time to be able to adjust, which will give you more strength. The hot glue dries instantly, per se, bonds instantly, that it will be able so you can continue to do the craft instead of waiting for the glue to dry. That's why we do a mix.
That makes sense.
So what I would do is I would pull the flag up and put it on your slats. I would put hot glue on the corners, and then don't put that first. Put this first.
Okay.
Because this takes less time or more time to dry. And I would put the super glue kind of in the center of your slats.
Gorilla glue. So a dab on
No, put that in the center.
like a dab or
Yep.
like a line?
That you can put a line.
Like a little line.
Just
like
a
that?
little line, yeah. Perfect.
Okay. All right.
And then put a dot of hot glue in each corner of each slat.
Okay, so at the very bottom right here.
It could be in the center
In the
of
center?
it. Yep.
Let
You
it
need
squeeze
more
it.
glue? Yep, just squeeze it.
I ain't never used a hot gun glue. I think it was a siren iron I had that was hot.
There you go. Perfect.
On each of them?
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
And I am using high temp glue, so he has time to be able to put it around each of them. Okay.
Whoa.
That's okay.
You just grabbed that like it wasn't nothing. I thought it was hot glue.
It is hot glue.
Your finger just got burned, didn't
Not really. I'm used to it.
it? Last one. Alright.
Oops, sorry. Throwing tape at him.
That's stringy stuff.
Okay, and then you put your flag on. And we have the nifty tool to help on the hot glue. Down.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll hold it on this side. Is it hot on your fingers?
Mm-mm.
And then we'll just let that sit here for a minute to dry. The hot glue is already should be holding it down.
Is that gonna bleed through?
Shouldn't be too bad once it dries. Okay, let's add just a dab more hot glue here. Okay, put another dab right there for me, please. That's good. let that dry. And
It's a flag.
can you get it with these scissors, or do I have to find?
This might be good. So some excess threading. I'm just cutting the excess thread off from when she cut it with the X-Acto knife. Just a couple baby hairs.
So y'all know me, I like to make my messy bows, so that's what I'll be making.
Need these?
Yes, sir. Oh, thank you.
So you're using these bows for...
The bow is going to go on the top of my crate here.
Alright.
I think. And then I have just some black gingham. Okay.
That was kind of interesting. I want to see what you're going to do with that.
Nope, I need one more black gingham. So we always start making X. And then just lay and keep making an X through the center. You can make it as fat and as thick as you would like it to be. Then I got my zip tie here. And then you have your little zip tie to be able to cinch it together. And you pull it part way closed. You want it so it will hold the bow in place, but you want to be able to move and shift your pieces around. Once you have it to where you need it, then you just cinch it real tight as far as you can in the back. And then cut it off. I like to fold my bow in half. Crunch it up. Pull all the pieces out. And then we're going to give just the black gingham some dog ears. Thank you. Gosh darn it. I cut it backwards. I did. I had to recut it.
So you say dog ears, so you just fold in the flap and then cut it
You
diagonal?
fold it in half, cut it in diagonal toward the outer point, and then it's going to give you two little, like a little V in the middle. It also helps from fraying as much.
So you do every one of them like that?
I'm doing every one of the black ones. The red, white, and blue I'm not. So yeah. And there is our cute little bow. Our next step to finish the bow off, we'll take a piece of, I'm just taking a piece of kitchen twine. And you're going to wrap it around your bow where the zip tie is, because you can cut the zip tie off once you get this ribbon on, or you can leave it on. This just helps keep it tight. The ribbon on, the jute on top is going to give it a finished look.
What kind of ribbon is that?
It's called kitchen twine, baker's twine. Okay, on to the next part. Are you going to paint your sides, or you want to do your top?
I'm going to paint the sides. Yep, one side up. So I got a dark blue and a stop sign red. Of course, the colors of the American flag. So I'm doing just the sides, one of the other colors, to make the flag and actually the whole box just more, give it more life than just a brown box with the flag on the back. So I'm gonna do this one blue. So you just pour the blue on the paint.
So as he's painting his sides, I'm going to be painting the words on the edge of my box. I'm just doing Let Freedom Ring. And these are going to look like books, stacked books, when I get finished with them. And I'm just using a stencil. And I'm going to use, I have Colbert Hue Blue and Country Red as my colors.
Actually, if you wouldn't mind giving me a piece of sanding paper.
Sanding paper?
Any kind of grit is fine. I'm just going to give a quick wipe down. The reason I'm going to do that is so when painting, I don't run into any ridges. I want it to be as smooth as possible when I'm applying the paint.
I give him 400 grit. That's going to give him a smooth finish. Remember, when using a stencil, you use your sponge, you use just a little bit, dab it on your paper a couple times before you start dabbing on your project.
So you remember when I painted, well, when I stained it, I got a little bit on the end, but as I was sanding it, you see how light it got? So to let you know, I took a little bit off the top. You don't want to do too much, just enough to when you do like that, it just, you don't run into any ridges. And it's easy to paint on easy rig, something smooth and something rigid. And I might have poured out too much paint. I was overthinking how big this was. But
That's okay.
Soft strokes.
So I'm doing let and ring as in the blue, and then freedom's going to be in red. And I'm spelling backwards, so I start with the last letter and move over. That just helps for alignment. And all I'm doing is a dabbing motion. Yes, you could have made, or I could have made my Let Freedom Ring with my Cricut and vinyl, but I chose to paint it with a stencil instead. Just to keep the cost of the craft down for crafting on a budget. Oh, that's perfect.
That is, it sure is. I was just about to say that. That blue came out just right. Not light, not too light, not too dark. Just that blue you always see.
Yeah, that's a perfect blue.
So I'm done with that, as you can see. And this is called navy blue, blue marine. So that is done. Let that dry. Like chocolate milk. Some kind of milk. It's very creamy color. All these paints into one cup. So do you wipe these with like some kind of paper towel?
I do.
Oh, perfect. I didn't know if you sat it to the side or what. I was thinking I may do both sides of that blue and then put the middle piece red.
A strip, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I might do that. Something that's, I just thought about it just now. I think that'll make it a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It'll come to me. My vocabulary is gone. It's early. It's still early to me. What time is it? Like 11? Almost?
11:30.
Early. To be crafting on camera. But I love it. So all that is done for now. Oh, I'm gonna knock the hot glue off. Looks like somebody. That's actually coming out really good.
If I remember how to spell.
That might be smart. Please know how to spell when you're using your stencils. Sometimes you rush and you'll miss a letter.
Right.
I've done that before too. Someone got like one syllable, like what I had one time I did wrong. What was that thing we was making in class? No, it was I think it was something that had to do with Colorado because I missed the. It said Colo RDO, so it didn't have the A in it. Cause I was in a rush, you know, and once using a stencil, we using like these little dry out things. But I was in a rush, and I was like, I could finish this real quick. And your mind's telling you one thing, but your hands is doing this, and misspelled the word. Start project all the way over.
Yep. So that's all I did. We'll let that dry here for a minute. Yes, fanning it helps.
Are you sure? It's kind of like when you turn the water on and it's hot and you do like this to it as if it's going to hurry up because you tapping the water to make it hot.
That's right.
Nah.
So next I'm just going to glue on some ribbon around my box while Tristan's is drying his edges drying.
Oh, I'm touching the paint. I was trying to turn it around. I'm thinking.
Can I borrow the hot glue, please, sir?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And this is
I'm just putting a little down to tack it down.
Yeah, cut it through.
Can I have that makeup looking thing?
Yep.
Thank you. The reason we use this is because it's rubber and so the hot glue just rubs right off of it and then it won't burn your finger. And we're just going to tack on the other one.
So these put particularly on in a certain pattern, a certain way, or?
Just what I felt looked good.
Okay.
No ream, no rhyme. You could actually have used the black gingham on the bottom as well. And then we're just going to take our bow.
Oops.
And attach it right into the center of our ribbon on top.
Is that gonna hold it? That gonna sit?
Yeah. I may have to add a little more glue around the zip tie because I didn't cut the zip tie off, but
Like you didn't use the what's that stuff called? Kitchen baker's.
the baker's twine.
If you didn't want to use that, what would be a good alternate?
You could have used like a piece of the regular ribbon, jute, twine, any kind of twine. Just about, yeah, anything that would have matched your project you could have used. Raffia, you could have added some raffia around it. I just happen to have this baker's twine in my spare bucket, so that's what I chose to use. Just snipping. So there is my little crate.
Awesome.
I will give this a little sand, the words, just to distress it a little bit once it completely dries.
Right.
But that's about it.
There you go.
Is yours dry yet?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can be able to flip it over to paint the other side.
Alright, so that's what I would do. Notice I didn't sand this side because honestly I forgot. But it's still fine. But you can also sand it afterwards too, once the paint dries. it give it a more of a faded blue.
Distressed look.
Yeah. Like it's been out in the sun for a little while.
So I can also add a button if I had a button.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a button.
I was thinking it could be something on top. Maybe even something stenciled.
My stencils are too big.
Or something, because if you're going to grab that from the top, maybe something you can, like a knob or something. Brass, maybe? If you have any brass. Brass knobbing.
Well, I have knobbing, but it's big.
Let me see.
Well, I have this old little. You could also put scrapbook paper on the top, right here, to give it a more decorative look. I just don't have 4th of July scrapbook paper. This is what I have.
Ooh, that's, I like the way that look. You can paint over that, like the tip, the gold tip, right?
It's metal, so I'd have to sand it a little bit.
That's metal. I thought that was something else.
I'll find something later. I'm for sure I have something to put on the top.
This is about done. This is...
Make a real poofy bow.
So that is... Bonito.
Do you like it with the second bow on top? Making it a little poofier?
I think it'd be too much. It depends.
You know what? What if I find some firework things that they have for decorations and put so it comes up the back? You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
They're like little sparkler little
Oh, yeah, those things.
thingies, yeah.
Actually, I think what would be cool would be a flag, like a little flag. That's distressed, another distressed flag. That'd be pretty cool. Okay.
You just wanted me to draw.
Nah. So that other side I'm gonna finish drying. Thinking, I don't know how well this is gonna dry, but it'll be okay if we just double layer it.
That's what I was thinking.
So, or is it? It's behind. You see it right
yeah.
there?
So I'm thinking if we spray adhesive it.
Yeah. That way it's
to put the other layer on it.
Yeah. I actually put that down just to see. Hopefully you put these right.
If you put it the right way.
Oh.
There you go.
Sure. How is that possible?
That's their thing. Like
Well,
it's how they rolled it, I bet, on the flag.
Well, looking for you. I have another flag that I might use unless yeah, I don't know how that's possible at all. Okay, so we're gonna do hot glue on the corners.
Okay.
So, you got it?
I got it.
Get that little, whatever it's called. one side at a time. The way we get it flat. Almost stretched it out. So it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
So once it's in there, okay, now I'm gonna lift this up a little bit to do this side.
My glue gun's almost too big to get in that. Okay. I don't want to put too much of it.
Oh yeah, that's good. Just like that. So I think this
I like
side
that
dry
in there.
enough. That's on the fly creativity. So put a mini flag on the inside. That took forever. But we got it after a few cuts. Got it right. So now that both sides are pretty much dry, I can go and do my red on it. Which I'm going to do the base of the front red, and I'm going to do one red streak on each side. So that's what I'm going to do.
You want to do it this way? No, I guess they go this way, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Alright, so give me 1 second, and we'll start there. That's good.
If you hand me your blue, I will put the other away.
Alright.
Now, some people will tell you not to do this. I have no problem doing it. What do you need, babe? The scissors?
Yep. Just cutting this extra string off. Threading. Yeah, fabric on these is not great material fabric, but it's $1, so this is what you get. I have little threads here and there, but just get a snippet. And there we go. So we did another flag and layered on top of the flag that was already on this. We just layered it, another one right on top with adhesive spray. Because using Gorilla Glue on this fabric was not a great success, so we thought about double layering it. It'll make it more better. And it's still drying, so I don't know how the adhesive's taking. Okay, so until then, while that's drying, I'm going to be painting the edges of this box.
Now that may take a couple coats for that red.
I see.
That red is very transparent.
I wasn't told this beforehand. I would have.
Each brand of paint is different. You never know how transparent it's going to be. Some paints you only have to do 1, 2 layers. Others you may have to do 3 or 4. And then once again, it also depends on your preference. So what he's doing right now is painting the face of his box red.
Just the corners. It's like an open. If you got shaky hands, I don't suggest you do this. Maybe a little on top, but that's totally fine. It just gives it character.
You can always take sandpaper once it's dry and
Oh, yep.
sand it off.
That's a good thing, too. Or tape off the section you're not going to want to get red, which would be the easiest solution. But, I mean, this is just a face, so I didn't have time. I mean, it's totally fine. Unless I had really shaky hands, I mean, I would have put the paper on, the paper mat tape.
Another tip is if you actually hold your paintbrush a little further down, it will help stabilize it.
Stabilize what?
Your paintbrush from being so shaky.
Oh, you got shaky hands?
If you hold it further down.
Oh, like down here?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like a pen. This needs to be. It's really faint red on one coat. I'm going to go with the top part one more time.
So, when you guys are watching this, let us know what your favorite 4th of July celebration is. What is your favorite thing to do?
Eat. It's always barbecue time.
That's right. Gotta have that barbecue. We used to go to the park.
Sweet tea, but you don't drink.
I don't drink sweet tea. We used to go to the park and watch the fireworks. Until our daughter got old, and now we just stay home, have barbecue, and watch fireworks from the front porch.
Okay, I don't know if y'all can see this, but just the edge you see, it's like a faint red. It's still gonna have to dry though. But I think I like it like this. I think I might sand it a little bit after it's completely dry to give it more of a... It kind of make it look like the wood prior to this had a little red in it already. So I think I'm gonna... Oops, I just touched it. And how did that happen? I don't know.
Because you're painting with red?
Well, it wasn't on my hand. Oh. Maybe. And now...
You should be able to set it like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna do one strip on this side, just the middle ones.
You want it going up
Red.
and down like that?
Like that. Well,
okay, side by side.
Side to side, yeah. So this middle piece will just be red. And if you want to paint, or if you had a stencil with stars, or you had some kind of star stickers or whatever, you can put it, white stars, you can put it over it, and then make it pop even more.
I have a stencil, stars.
So there you go.
No. That's good.
Oh, yeah. I got it turned around, I flipped it up. Again, you probably should tape off the part you don't want, but you're just going straight across. As long as you just keep it even, you're totally fine. And this got to go over at least 2 times to get the red consistency that I want on it.
But it still would not affect if they weren't straight, if they were a little wavy, because it could be your flag waving in the breeze. So it would be okay if your lines aren't totally straight. But you can always put a straight edge across there, or like Tristan said, painter's tape to give you that straight, crisp edge if that's what you want.
Yeah, so too, y'all double coat it to give it a more
Vibrant red.
Yeah.
Does your brush feel tacky as it's pulling across that?
Tacky?
Yeah, like pulling. It's not gliding.
Mm-mm. No, it's gliding.
Okay. If it's like pulling or dragging, you need to wet your brush a little bit. As long as it's gliding straight across your surface, you have your bristles are wet enough.
Alright, so that is done. So I'm just going to turn it this way to do this side. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, you're done with yours already?
I am done with mine.
I totally forgot.
That's okay.
Mine's more, I guess I got a lot more stuff going in mine. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we took a quick break and did some brainstorming of what we wanted to do on Tristan's box. So we did add a, oops, I got it upside down. Another flag on top of here. And then we were going to spray paint some stars on, and that did not work.
No.
It ran, bled through, and we actually had to repaint over some stuff. So we're going to change it up a little bit, but he did add a white stripe across the red here. And we're going to add some wooden stars to finish it up here. So on, is this side dry enough? No. I'm going to do this part first since this is still wet.
Yeah.
We're going to add a red, we need the hot glue gun for this one. Okay. We're going to add a red, white, and blue star to the back flag here, just to help give it some dimension and pop. And then we're going to add a red and white star onto the other side here. I'm going to put this one on first.
Put it. Okay. Get all corners.
Do you want it like that?
As long as it don't smear.
Right there?
Yeah. It needs to be like straight, kind of. Yeah, but like, yeah, I like an angle a little bit. Like a, put it on, but like an angle.
Like that?
Yeah, like, kind of. Pull it back some. Yeah, like
I'm trying
right.
to cover that one too.
Right. So
Like
right
that?
there. Yeah.
This you should only need one.
Yeah, they look small.
In the middle.
I just do like a little line right like that.
That's, oh, red goes up here.
But well, both of them is two small stars. So one small star there, and then one
Right here?
There. Yeah. And then last one, up a little bit, right there.
Yeah, you can just pull that.
See?
Okay.
Ooh. not stay.
Where's the wood at? Underneath. Okay.
I don't know. The glue not even going.
Add a little.
Right here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Wherever
put
you
that
want
right
it.
there.
Okay.
And we gonna put make sure you gotta put it on the wood part. How long I gotta sit?
That should be good. As I tip it to them. So I'm gonna hold it like this because we don't want to lay that bottom part down yet. And here's your.
Okay.
And then doing across the other way too. Yeah, that'd be perfect. You can use the tip of the pen to move it around. There you go.
I want the smear. Put some for her. Okay. So.
There you go. I like that. I like how that gives dimension to it.
Yeah.
Depth.
So 3 stars on the front. And then on the side, 1 white stripe and then 2 stars. And that is it. This side's still drying.
Yeah, it needs to wet.
So that's it. But to finish it off, you can do a couple different things. You can do small flags to go right into these slits. It's already a piece of wood, and you just can put it so you have smaller flags. I know they sell them somewhere.
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah. I'm gonna see what I could do with these lights. So basically, this came off of a beaded necklace. They got lights. They come on. It's 3 different patterns. You can't really see probably from there, but basically I just took it off the hook and then just broke it off so it's standalone. I was thinking you could add it to the top. It's 3 different colors. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, but let me see something. Hold this one. Let me see, because
I'm sorry.
good. I was thinking it was long enough you could layer it in 3. That way they kind of separate, but they're not long enough to do that.
What if you put 2 and then put 1?
You gotta put 2 and then 1.
In the center, like right in there.
Right. You gotta do 2 and then 1. Or they can actually go on the inside as well, but you won't be able to press the button for the light up. So you just put these on the top. So 2 red, and so I might do. You could do 3 like that. Oh.
Another idea that we had was to take those little craft lights and stick through the crate here and bring it down around the bottom so they can be able to turn it on and it will light up the flag on the inside.
So it's a few different possibilities on that.
Yeah, so there's several ideas, different ideas that you can use to decorate it.
Light up necklace. Oh, 3 speeds. That's right. Press it once. What is it? Oh, look, quick flash, a slow flash, and then a speed flash. These just $1 at Dollar Tree. Like I said, everything costs $1. So like, the wood box was $1. The flags we cut, but it came 3 for $1. And then Jackie had extra wood stars, which I'm pretty sure is cheap. You can get that anywhere, any crafting store. I'm sure it's cheap. And then that was it. That's all the pieces. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, so basically those flags came on the pole, and you saw we cut those off. And yeah, so like I said, $5 project, barely. I don't know if you put these. How would you put these down if you wanted to put these on top?
Well, that's the thing, because if you did too much glue, it may melt it, and the E6000 may melt the plastic. I don't know. I don't use the E6000 very much.
Is that like glue?
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of it.
It's great for doing metal, attaching metal and stuff.
Yeah, so here's what we did today. These are just the colors. But as far as crafts go, these are it. Like I said, you can always do it yourself. You can face this either way. You can face it that way. Or if you wanted to add stuff on the inside, you can have it that way as well. But obviously this way with the stars out and the flag. And so yeah, those were the crafts. This was longer than I thought. I could say that. I planned this to be like 30 minutes. But I guess you can never tell with crafting what you're gonna come up with. But I like this one because I like the letter, the stencil look good. And you say you gonna do what? You gonna sand that?
I already sanded it.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Oh, you sure did. So it gave it more like that. What you call it?
Distressed look.
I call it older look.
Yep.
Same thing. Yeah. And you can do the same thing, like I said, with this. Like once the paint dries, you can sand it all the way around to give it more of that same type of feel. But yeah, use something quick and crafty. Well, once you know what you're doing, quick. I'm not gonna say quick as in quick, but yep. I'm about to knock something over. Oh, it's hot. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I will Google or I will look up and I'll put it in the comments or something once I find out what kind of glue. Cause I think it'd be cool to have these on top, like I said, and just light all 3 of them up at the same time. I'm sure at night it'd be very pretty, especially if you get the lights for the inside or something. And you can find those at Dollar Tree too. So
I bet you could use this acrylic glue.
Maybe. Now, would you put it directly on the wood? Because what if you wanted to take it off? You had like little planks. Because, hold on, let me see. Before the battery ran out on the camera. Kind of see. If you hit the light. Go hit the light for 1 second so you can kind of, I didn't know it was that far over.
There you go.
So, I don't know, maybe you can see.
I kind of like that.
If you light all 3 at night, you know, when y'all outside and waiting for the real fireworks, you know, maybe you can have this between you. Or, I mean, you can even, I seen these like, 4th of July type coaster things. You can have this out. Sit on top, and then who knows or something, or you could put this might weigh enough to put like a bottle opener on the side or something. Who knows? Like I said, it's too many possibilities. Like you can put it on the side. It just depends on where you want to put it, but this is definitely shelf worthy for sure for the holidays. Something quick. Once you know what you're doing, like I said, quick and easy. So yeah, so that was it. That was fun. I liked it. Definitely.
So I hope you enjoyed this new crafting on a budget, and we'll be back in a few weeks with another quick and easy crafting on a budget.